talk winners from the Vikings' big old win against the Lions. Welcome back to the Onebar and Lupagus show. A glorious day in Vikings land. The Vikings get a very shocking win against the Detroit Lions, moving themselves to 2-1. We're talking top 5 winners. We want to see your winners in the comments. Also, be sure hit that subscribe button. Let's get to 8,000 subs, baby.
I guess a very good Lions team. Let's not leave that out. A very, very good
Not
Lions
good enough.
team. And if you want to be a winner in life, go to Liftbridge Brewing. Hit them up at the beautiful facility in Stillwater, or find their beer in a local liquor store near you. Be a winner. Drink Liftbridge.
Just like these top 5 winners we're both talking about. You know what? There was more winners in these top 5. So like I said, hit us up with your winners in the comments. But let's start off with the man of the hour with a game-winning touchdown. Wide receiver, KJ Osborne, 5 receptions, 73 yards, and a touchdown.
Yep. KJ Osborne. And let's not forget, it could have been a lot more. Kirk Cousins overshot him. He was wide open. Can't remember if that was in the first half or early in the second half, but whatever it was, he was wide open. He laid out for that thing, couldn't quite haul it in. KJ Osborne. You kind of wonder where he was the first couple of weeks when he wasn't getting the targets that you thought. And not that you thought you'd get a big game, but when Jefferson's being covered like he was in the Eagles game, you think that'll open up stuff for KJ Osborne. We saw it today. He was wide freaking open. Cousins hit him for the game winner against those very, very talented Lions. Very talented. You know, very good at football team.
Not
we beat them.
Enough.
We beat them, though. They weren't, but they're good.
They're fine. Kevin, and Osborne, not only that, but to fire this guy. I mean, he's a fiery dude. He's an underdog. He is a guy that's going to continue to just prove that he is better than anybody thought he would ever be, including us. We want nothing to do with him. KJ Osborne, wonderful game. Gets the dub, moving the Vikings to 2-1. Who else is another winner?
Oh, let's go with the guy I call my stud of the game, linebacker Jordan Hicks. And maybe this won't reflect on PFF grades. I don't know what it's going to look like, but to me, this guy was all over the place. 14 total tackles today. His pass coverage was much improved. He was all over, whether it was a back he was covering or a tight end. Jordan Hicks played a hell of a game today. Again, 14 tackles. That just shows this guy was all over the field, making plays. Someone had to do it, and Jordan Hicks said, you know what? It's going to be me today. It's going to be this guy. Jordan.
What I love about old Hicksy is he showed up when it mattered. He might have had some bad plays. I don't know. We'll find out that later. But when it mattered, he was there making the tackle, deflecting the pass. Jordan Hicks, loved the signing. And you know what? He's had a little bit of a rocky start, I'd say. But today, I loved everything about his game. Like I said, he showed up when it matters.
Absolutely. Who you got next?
We got our head coach, Kevin O'Connell. O'Connell bouncing back after a very gross loss against the Philadelphia Eagles. I'm not saying bouncing back with just like vengeance, like I said in the live video, but he came back and he played with his ding-dong out of his pants. He was not leaving that field without a win, whether that means going for it on 4th and 6, whether it means pushing the ball down the field at the end of the half, trying to get more points. This man is playing with urgency, something we're not normally used to. And I love it. I love everything about it. Hats off to Kevin O'Connell. He's a winner.
Yeah, and I think it's fair to question the overall game plan going against these Lions, but we're down 14-zip. He gets the team to come back, tied this thing up, like you mentioned, going for it at the end of the half there with like 20 seconds. I mean, it was like no time.
Didn't care.
Zimmer definitely would have took a knee, aggressive 4th and 6 late in the game to convert, get that thing, and somehow the Vikings pulled this thing out. So it definitely points to the head coach. You know, he had a great challenge early on the spot of the ball. So this was a guy who, you said it, he showed his balls. He was being aggressive. He wanted to win. He called the game like he wanted to win, which is something new to us Vikings fans. It's always been more of a, let's just hope the defense can make a stop kind of a thing. We'll punt it here and try to get field position. He said, screw field position. We're winning this game. We're going to be aggressive. We're going to win this thing. We're going to make Dan Campbell cry at the press conference. And he did. So good for you, Kevin O'Connell. Well done. Something you can build off of and something you can hang your hat on right now, early in your career.
Yeah, and the other part of it, I mean, he was getting pissed off. He was getting mad at the refs. And we haven't seen that side of Kevin O'Connell yet. He just seems like kind of very laid-back guy. End of the half or whatever happened with Garrett Bradbury dropping the ball, swatted away. He was pissed off.
It's a mystery.
And I love seeing it. He wasn't just pissed off once. He was pissed off a few times. And I love seeing some fire out of this young buckaroo.
And I like seeing the fire being directed at the refs, not at other coaches or players like Zim would do. I mean, he would sit there scream at poor Marif Malouf, whatever that guy's name was. Okay. I mean, he was just mean to his fellow coaching staff. Kevin O'Connell taking it for the team. You know, he was the guy yelling at the refs. This is bullshit. The guy swatted the ball. Where's my penalty? And you like to see that fire from your head coach. Let's go again, another winner. And I think this winner represents pretty much the entire unit here. Christian Darrisaw, your left tackle of Minnesota Vikings. Hell of a game. Delvin Cook rushing for 97 yards. Madison comes in there and doesn't miss a beat. Pass protection was pretty solid. I think the Lions ended up having 1 sack today. This O-line looked great. And I think it's safe to say the leader of this unit is our left tackle, young Christian Darrisaw.
Just think, just last year, we end up trading way back, and still Christian Darrisaw falls in our laps, and he was injured, had a little rough go at it the first. I mean, he didn't get out on the field, got out there, played very well last year as a rookie, limited, and then it's just he's better. He's even better this year, and the fact that we haven't really mentioned Darrisaw in many of our videos, that's always a good sign. This man is showing up, and he is shutting players down, and it appears he is everything. The next 10-year starter at left tackle, future All-Pro.
Can you do me a favor quick?
Mm-hmm.
Can you tell me what Aiden Hutchinson's stat line was today?
I'm guessing Aiden Hutchinson had 0 tackles, 0 sacks, 0 anything.
He had 0. He had a big old 0. That's because Christian Darrisaw and his friends.
Wow.
Pals.
Did he go against him?
I don't know.
Well, like you said, the Lions had 1 sack, and it was a linebacker, so we'll give that a pass. But Darrisaw, like you said, offensive line as a whole, they are really the winner.
Yeah, it's been damn good. It was even good in the Eagles' loss. So let's go to the last winner, the guy who was just violently thrusted into the starting lineup so hard. And I'm still kind of shocked he started, but it's much maligned safety, Josh Metellus.
I don't know what maligned means, but Josh Metellus came out and had 11 tackles, 2 pass defended, and that beautiful interception. I mean, this was perfect. He almost had the interception to seal the deal. So mad at himself, blah, blah. Next play. Was it the next play?
It might have been
play or two later. Picked it off, finished off the game, and just sealed a beautiful game. He has no reason playing as well as he did for a former 6th-round pick.
Well, even early in the game, when the Vikings defense was giving the Lions pretty much anything they wanted, Josh Metellus was the one finally bringing the guy down. Yeah, it was 15 yards beyond the line of scrimmage, but it was Metellus making the tackle, making the play. The guy finally showing up and bringing the Lions offensive player down. He just played a good game, start to finish. Even earlier too, he had great. I can't remember what play it was. I think the
DJ Hockenson was right on him.
Metellus was right there. I mean, the coverage was perfect. He just missed the swat. So for a guy who gets his biggest knock is his pass coverage, he had a hell of a game covering his guys today. Josh Metellus, well done. Talking about a guy standing up, making the most of his opportunity. Lewis Cine, everybody thought he was going to start. Josh Metellus says, Ruck, sit your ass down when I got this.
Yeah, and we're going to have plenty to talk about the Lewis Cine, Josh Metellus little conundrum here, but Josh Metellus stepped up in a way that nobody was expecting. So Josh Metellus, is tough not even to think of him as the top winner of the day.
I mean, I think it's definitely fair to say that. Josh Metellus played out of his mind. No one saw this coming. Never saw it coming.
Oh, my God. I don't know what just happened, but those are our 5 winners. Let us know your winners in the comments below. Make sure to subscribe. Get yourself a lift bridge. We'll be coming back. Even though with a winning week, we still have 5 losers we're going to talk about.
No, you got to do both. You got to do both sides of the coin, even in a beautiful victory like we had today against a really tough Lions squad that we beat handedly. But remember this, guys, before we drop the losers. Pope Francis used to be a nightclub bouncer.